Hi, this is Mark Olding from Kaspersky, and I'd like to talk to you today about honeypots. So first of all, what is a honeypot? Well, a honeypot is normally a network attached system. It's set up as a decoy to lure in cyber attackers. So you put an attractive target out on the internet, maybe pretending to be a bank or pretending to be something of value to an attacker. And when the attacker attacks, you gather information about the attacker and then use that to defend against the attacker. So how does the honeypot actually work? Well, honeypot, as I say, looks like a real computer, so it'll have real applications on it, real data on there, and it's really designed to fool the cyber criminals into thinking it's a legitimate target. So, for example, a honeypot could mimic somebody's billing system, which would be an attractive target to an attacker who was looking to gain things like credit card numbers. So once the attacker is attacked and they're in, they can be tracked, and we can look at things like, how did they get in? What is their behavior? And we can use these things as clues on how they might attack the real network, and then how we can make that real network more secure. So honeypots, as I say, they're made attractive to attackers by building in deliberate security vulnerabilities. So they might have ports open, for example, so that when the attacker does a port scan, they can see a way in that way. Or we might put a weak password on the honeypot so that the attacker can break that password easily and get in. The intelligence, as I say, we will watch, we will gather intelligence, we will use that then to understand that attacker and kind of say, well, they got in this way, so let's block that on our real network. They did this when they were in, so that's how we can tell, that we have been attacked. There are a couple of different types of honeypots. So there are email traps or decoy databases, malware honeypots, or something called a spider honeypot. So the email traps, or spam traps as they're called, will place fake email addresses in hidden locations where only automated address harvesters are likely to find them. So since the address isn't used for any purpose other than a spam trap, it's 100% certain that any email that comes into that mailbox is definitely spam. All of the messages which contain the same content as those sent to the spam trap can be automatically blocked in your real environment, and things like the source IP of senders can be blacklisted to prevent them launching a real attack against you. A decoy database can be set up to monitor software vulnerabilities and spot attacks, exploiting insecure system architecture using SQL injection or SQL services exploitation or privilege abuse. A malware honeypot mimics software apps and APIs to invite malware attackers in that way. The characteristics of the malware can be analyzed to develop anti-malware. So we look at the way that the API has been interacted with and kind of use that information again to strengthen our defense against attack. And finally, the spider honeypot is intended to trap something called web crawlers or spiders by creating web pages and links that are only accessible to web crawlers. So detecting crawlers can help you learn how to block malicious bots as well as ad network crawlers. So by monitoring traffic coming into that honeypot system, you can assess things like where the criminals are coming from, the level of threat that they pose, what is their modus operandi, what is their normal behavior, how do we spot that, how does it differ from legitimate behavior, what data or applications are they interested in, what are they targeting, what are they going after. how well you and your security measures are working to stop those cyber attacks. So the more we understand the attacks, the more we know of how to prevent those attacks from happening. And by using cyber honeypots to create threat intelligence frameworks, a business can ensure that it's targeting its cybersecurity spend in the right places and make sure that it is defending against the kind of people who are likely to attack it. Thank you for your time. I hope that was informative and useful for you. And I hope you have a good day. Thank you.
Thank you for watching today's video. Be sure to keep following us on Twitter, LinkedIn, and YouTube for the daily video updates.